All right, kids, we're back. It's Friday. We started back here on the baseline with the question of why is it that we're going to the net? And now we're kind of in this transition area, understanding how we're going to get there. So on Wednesday, we talked about the understanding of what shots you're good at hitting, what it is that you're going to hit: forehand, backhand, volley, slice, topspin, whatever it is that you're going to try to hit in order to get yourself to the net in a good position. And again, remember, we don't always get to choose that. Our opponent sometimes can dictate what shot we hit. So what do you want to do with this shot, this transition shot that you're hitting? Keep it to two things. One, keep it straight ahead, right? Keep that ball in front of you so that you're not having to hit it cross court and then slide over and try to cover that. And keep it deep. Don't worry so much about power. Power is overrated. The harder you hit it, the less likely you are to make it, the more likely you are to have an error, and the less time you're going to have to get in behind it to hit your volley, okay? So make sure that when you guys are hitting this transitional shot, whatever it is that you're trying to do, forehand, backhand, or volley, or whatever, that you're trying to get that ball deep, pushing your opponent back away, right? The idea is you want to get them on their back foot. You don't want to look up and have an opponent doing this. You want to look up and see your opponent is on their back foot, stepping away from the court. So make sure that you're hitting it deep and make sure that you keep it in front of you, not going cross court. All right, you guys, so what I'm talking about in terms of that hitting the ball straight ahead of you is that if I've got a forehand right here, right, let's say I hit my ground stroke, hit a good shot, boom, I get my short ball. If I've got a transition ball right here and I take it and I go cross court, well, now I've got to go all the way over here to cover that next shot, right? That's a lot of room to cover. That's a lot of lateral movement, and it's giving my opponent this opportunity and this opportunity because I'm still kind of moving into that position, right? The ball is not staying in front of me. I got to cover a lot of space versus if I take that same shot and I push it straight ahead, well now, right, I'm here. They can go this way, sure, but I can cover that and I can cover this without having to move across the court. So if you look at it kind of in a fuller speed, right? If I'm here, I hit my approach shot cross court, boom, now I gotta come all the way over here. That's a little bit more space to cover than if I hit this shot here, boom. Everything stays in front of me and it makes it much, much easier to make that next shot.
All right, so same points as Monday and Wednesday. I get drawn in by Emily, but I keep the ball in front of me, which means I've got pretty much everything covered. If you look, I'm right in front of where the ball is. The only spot is that small spot on my left, which is where she goes and misses because it's so small. Here, I actually have everything kind of set up. I push her back, so I creep in. I get a nice offensive forehand. But if you notice, I put that ball cross court for me. It's an inside-out forehand, but if you look where she is versus where I am, look how much space there is. Guess what? Up the line.
Okay, so again, here's those same points. If you notice, I leave Emily no room on this one. She's got that tiny little spot on the side there, but it's a hard shot. It's a small target, and she misses it, and that's really what I'm looking for on that. On this one, I leave her tons and tons and tons of room, and there's a lot of space for me to cover, right? If you think about it, I've got to move all the way across the court, so I have no balance. So even if I was in position, I wouldn't hit a good volley because I'm not balanced and ready to go. And sure enough, boom, up the line.
So when you guys get out this week and play, this is a good chance for you to kind of work on those mid-court balls, right? If you've got a partner, if you've got an opponent, just get out there and see kind of how this all works. Practice these shots from this mid-court area. See what works for you, see what doesn't, see the effect, kind of be aware of the effect of that depth, okay? And also the idea of, again, keeping that ball straight ahead as opposed to cross-court.